Wow! What a crowd! Sige, pakilala muna ako. I'm Anjelou Estrella, and I'm from Iloilo. And today, I would like to tell you a story about how a group of young friends or young individuals continue and try to make a difference. In Iloilo, pwede pa akong inulit. Para gusto kasi gumalaw-galaw. In Iloilo lies a place we Ilonggos usually call downtown. There stood a young person, blindfolded, and holding a sign saying this. Can you read that for me?
Can you give me a hug?
If you were there and you passed by that person, will you give her a hug? Wow. She stood there for quite some time. Some people did hug her. Some ignored her. While some looked and just walked by. That was a social experiment by our youth organization. We are called Team Dugong Bughaw. We started Team Dugong Bughaw, or TDB, 3 years ago, December 2015, as a project proposal for a nationwide competition. So imagine us, a group of young, like you are, young friends, just sitting inside within the 4 walls of our boarding house in Yagao. Then we're talking to each other and we say, "Uy, busy ka? Entrada din pala sa competition, no? Punta ko din alam mo, ha? Without asking yes, no, go. Go lang." And because that night, that was the last day of submission of that proposal. So walang choice, di ba? If friends, walang choice. Okay. We were just thinking, okay, sige, last day, let's join the competition. And why not do something for Iloilo City? So that's just how Team Dugong Bughaw came to be. It started as an idea from just a random midnight conversation. Then, after a while, we decided that we want 3 things. TDB wants to achieve 3 things. First, we want to unite the youth, the Ilonggo youth specifically, for the HIV advocacy. Second, we want to encourage the people to get tested. The law prohibits us from forcing anyone to get tested, so we advocated voluntary counseling and testing. Yes, so that's usually the events of Team Dugong Bughaw. And last but not the least, we want to empower the people who are most involved in this. People living with HIV. Yes. We want to create a safe space for them. Hence our tagline, know the science, stop the stigma. And you might be having doubts right now. What can these young friends do? Ay, hindi nila kaya yan. Titigil rin sila. That's impossible. That's just a few conversation statements that we've heard while implementing the project. But actually, as it turns out, we did quite a lot. So thank you sa ating mga partners. So we went and got trained to be HIV peer educators. Thanks to our partners, I think may nakikita ako dito. Thank you so much for the support. Then we went to colleges and universities and held forums, which starts from letting them know the importance of peer-to-peer education, to HIV 101, and to finally talking about voluntary counseling and testing. Then we asked them, do you want to get tested? When they are, we have testing teams from our partner organizations ready for them. We don't want to just educate. Our goal is something more ambitious, a stigma-free Iloilo. That is why we are bringing these discussions within the premises of schools. We want to mainstream the dialogue on HIV and AIDS. We want it to be not something taboo anymore. We want it to be something as common as coffee shop conversations. Because if anything, what we're doing is for all of us. This is breaking the stigma. This is the power of the youth. We are young, we are passionate, we are radical, we are limitless, we are capable of change. You know why? Because we are eager for change. So now, I want to ask you a favor. I want to give you an assignment. Would that be okay? Okay, thank you. That's very great. Later tonight at home, I want you to look at yourself in the mirror and tell her or him, I can be whoever I want to be. Can you say that after me? I can be whoever I want to be. That is your privilege as a youth. But look at yourself one more time and ask these questions. What do I want to do? And who do I do it for? Ano gid bala ang gusto ko obrahon? Kag para kay sino ini ang akon nga himo? Going back, that was our motivation when we implemented the project for that nationwide competition. Okay. We became one of the national finalists of that nationwide competition. Wow, yabang natin Ange. We're with Sir Nicola Cosme. Unfortunately, we didn't make it to the grand finals. That night, when they announced the top 5, that moment was so unforgettable. If not everyone, I guess most people were rooting for us. We've had partners that we worked with throughout our journey, fellow youth who cheered us on, and most especially, people living with HIV who we were able to meet and learn from. Looking back that night, there were a lot of tears. I can still remember when we entered the hotel room, the 5 of us, we tried finding our own space. No? Walang pansinan. We did not talk. We did not look at each other. It was very silent for a long time. Then we started crying and crying and crying. There were a lot of tears that night, but those were not only sad tears. Some of it maybe because of happiness or maybe a little bit of regret, because we were so touched by how our families, friends, and partners continued to say that they believed in us, even though we didn't ask for it. Our project, we call it Project High Five. It was supposed to be a one-off thing. It was supposed to be for 6 months. Then after that, it should have been over and done with. After the competition, it was okay to stop. Us not winning, it was like the world is telling us to stop. But then again, what did I tell you earlier? We are the youth. We have that inner rebel in all of us. So we did not stop. We did the exact opposite. And it's not about winning anymore. It has become something big, much, much bigger. Something worth sacrificing your time, effort, and even our own pocket money. Even with hardly any funds left, this project has become our lifetime advocacy. Philippines is one of the countries in the Asia Pacific with the fastest growing cases. From 1 case per day in 2008, we have grown to 31 cases per day in 2018. And this year, from top 6, Western Visayas has risen to top 4 with the number of HIV cases. You remember our social experiment earlier about that blindfolded girl? A photo of it was posted online, and unexpectedly it had gone viral. The post had proven that the stigma is very real, even until now. It's still happening. But we knew that we could still continue and try to make a difference. After the competition, we continued with our advocacy. Yeah? That's when we were able to join Tayo, giving us the opportunity to once again promote our advocacy on a national platform. After countless days and nights of continuing our advocacy work and preparing for this competition, finally we earned the honor of being awarded as one of the 10 accomplished organizations here in the Philippines last 2017. Bringing project from paperwork to an actual field work is never an easy job, I tell you. It's really never easy. Creating an idea might be simple, but you really need to work hard to realize your goals. That is why you need to ask yourselves over and over again of your W's. Why are you here? What are your goals? Why do you do what you do? And who do you do it for? Because when you know your core and when you have these answers, all the hardships and challenges will be worth it. There will be a lot of rejections, challenges, and hardships. So you need to be ready for that. This morale booster helped us decide to continue the advocacy or the project as an organization. That is why with our efforts, we've reached many places. Harvard for HPAIR, Southeast Asian countries for SEA, conferences in Vietnam, and recently, last July, in Amsterdam. And today, I am here representing my organization in front of you guys at TEDx. Honestly, this continues to be an amazing journey for all of us. Every acknowledgement, every invitation, every small compliment, or even the smallest of thank yous that we get fuels up to push ourselves harder to reach many people. Many of you might think that creating an idea or having these thoughts are short-lived battles. We might create an idea, but that could remain an idea and never turn into action. That is why I leave you a challenge. Can you find your inner rebel? Can you be part of this definition of change? We, the youth, can work towards a better future amidst this uncertainty. We just need to find the right people and the right amount of fight in us to realize the initiatives that we want. We in Team Dugong Bughao did it. From just a midnight conversation with our best friends for life to an organization of almost 80 HIV advocates, to 5 school organizations, and to reaching more places, not just locally, but internationally. We did it. So can you, because the youth can. Thank you.